remember the race riot?
Oh, do I remember the race riot?
What do you remember about it?
I was working then for Nichols Hardware Company,
That was located at...
first in Cincinnati. And the white people now broke in the store, just pushed in the front plate glass windows and took everything out of there but one little gun we had. We had shotguns, not pistols. They took all the shotguns, all the flashlights, and a good many of the pocket knives. And so Mr. Nichols called me that night, and I told my wife about it, and I wanted to go down, and she was just scared to death, and she said, "Oh, honey, don't go now. Please don't go tonight." So I said, all right, and I waited till morning to go down. Well, there was a colored girl had been working out there, and she was walking up and down the street and didn't know where to go and what to do and scared to death. Well, while I was downtown trying to help Nichols, well, my wife called her in, and we kept her for 2 or 3 days because she didn't have no place to go. Well, we didn't do any business that day nor the next either. And we saw a man with a rope around his neck drugged behind a car going down First Street. I did. It was a terrible thing.
White or black?
Well, he was, I believe, black, as I recall. And there was many people killed, many black people killed. And we had a warehouse over in what you call Colored Town, over in that vicinity, a good-sized warehouse with a lot of merchandise in it. And the fire department was too busy; they couldn't do anything. So we borrowed a piece of water hose from them. And Mr. Nichols and I went over there, and we put water on this warehouse. It was a tin warehouse.
Now, this was on June the 1st, the following day, or that night?
No, it was the following day.
On June 1st.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything that night. And we saw people. Now, I went over there, and I'll tell you this first. And we put water on this warehouse and saved it.
That was where now?
Over in Colored Town.
You don't remember the address?
Well, it's east of Gates Hardware Company, there about a block. Mm-hmm. I don't recall exactly the address, mm-hmm. but it's in that vicinity, see. And as we went over, there were live wires, electric wires, even up on top that high and down on the ground and all. We'd crawl under and over them, which was very dangerous, but excitement, what you do. Well, we had no gun, we carried no pistols or nothing. All we were interested in was protecting our property. And but the Frisco Railroad, just east of our building, down on the right-of-way, there was a mound of dirt up so high, you know how it was. And we saw men lying on their stomachs with guns of one kind or another, shooting into Colored Town, see, at no particular, just shooting over in there, and which they killed. Well, I don't know. I never did hear the exact estimate, but it's more than a couple of hundred people, I understand, that was killed over there, which was terrible.
How much did you lose in your hardware by theft?
Well, of course, maybe a few $100s is all. Our plate glass.
Did they ever bring them back?
Oh no, we never got in. We might have gotten 1 or 2 guns back, but that's all.
There's no way of arresting them.
No way. Oh, we didn't know who did it. That was done when nobody was in the store. The Nichols came down after all that had happened.
Oh, I see.
The plate glasses caved in, everything. See, it's a terrible thing. People have no idea what a race riot is if they haven't been in one. So it's quite bad, quite bad. I felt terribly sorry for